You are now watching Cyrus Speaks. Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Cyrus Speaks. I'm your host, Cyrus Saru, and today's topic, I'm going to be talking about 9-to-5 slavery. So, the title itself is pretty self-explanatory. 9-to-5, bro, is just a new form of slavery. And unfortunately, the majority of people in America are trapped in it. And it's not really by choice; it's by circumstance. It's jacked up, man. I've been working, right around half of my life at this point. And it's sad, like when you really think about how much time we've spent, like just working, you know what I'm saying, towards somebody else's goal, somebody else's dream, somebody else's passion. It's exhausting, because when you really think about it, it's like most jobs are just jobs. They're not like careers. I've only did a few things that was like career oriented, especially towards like the things that I want to do. Really haven't got a chance to explore any of those things, in terms of occupation, so, for me, it's like, I'm doing this video right now, bro. Like, and I'm really just thinking about it. Like, I can't continue to work for somebody else. Like right now I'm making provisions to, be able to step away from the 9-to-5 grind and have my own thing going. I'm gonna expand on that in later videos, once I actually start getting into the process of doing it. But yeah, man, the 9-to-5 grind, is just crazy. Like, pretty much we are having to trade our time and our energy to go work at these companies that, really don't pay us what we really deserve. They really don't give us the real benefits that they try to proclaim that they give us, and it's a shabby excuse, of, giving people a living, or helping people sustain their lives, and I think that's, part of the reason why the Great Resignation has taken place, because a lot of people have got to that point where they're like, you know what, I'll figure it out on my own. Like, I can't keep working for somebody else. The pandemic kind of, exploited a lot of the issues with these companies and corporations. And, like for me, I was laid off during the pandemic myself, furloughed is the term that they like to use. And, it's interesting because, I was furloughed for like about 7 months. And in that 7 months of time, like, even though I wasn't working for a company, I was still doing my own thing on the side. And like, I don't know, like I got a chance to see what life really felt like, if I was to not have to go punch a clock every day and work for somebody else. I got a chance to explore a lot of things. And, ever since I've been back, like in the, in the working atmosphere, it's like, I can't stop thinking about that moment, that time that I had to myself, that 7 months, man. It was amazing. It was like an extended summer vacation from school or something. Like, it was crazy. It's one of them things, man. Like, we get so caught up in this idea that we gotta go to school, get good grades. And then, once we get the good grades, we get out, we get a job, working for some company. And then we work at that company for 40 and 50 years, then retire and then start to live our lives. And it's like, we need to reevaluate that, bro. Like, for real. Like, I don't have dreams of staying at the same place, for no 40 something years. That sound like slavery, bro. And this version of slavery, we all, all races are experiencing it. I mean, it's not the same harsh conditions, but it's more psychological now, you know. And the new slave master is green. It's deep, man. It's deep. We really are trading time and energy. And then it's like, at working at these companies, it's rare that you get a chance to really expose your talents and abilities at that company, because usually people end up having to do jobs that don't really align with anything that they actually like doing independently of that job. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy, and it's like your time really isn't yours, because for instance, like when the weekends come around, the weekend, people think it's their time. It's really not, because as soon as you get off Friday, you're sitting there counting down the seconds and the minutes and the hours of how long it's going to be until you got to be back on Monday, back at work. It's like nobody wants to have to do that. Like you're living your life based on a clock that somebody else has control of. Bro, we only here for like 80 years on average. And that's if you're lucky. You feel me? And it's like, bro, like we can't spend the majority of that time working for somebody else, bro. Like I gotta have like more control of my own life, my own destiny than that, man. Like, cause I just don't think that's what we were sent here to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I mean, like, you could tell, like, I'm just getting frustrated just thinking about it. And like the company I work for personally, it's a great company, man. And like I see how people could want to stay there for a long window of time. But for me, it's like, bro, like this isn't what I really envision, you know what I'm saying, as something that's my life work. For some people, that's cool. Some people, they just care about the check, and that's cool. But me, I'm a creative mind. I'm very, ingenious, with a lot of plans and ideas, man, and stuff that I want to be able to build and, create. And I can't really do that in that space. You know what I'm saying? So you got that aspect of it. Then you got, the aspect of, I hinted on to it earlier, but the low wages in comparison to what you are sacrificing. For me, I'm like, like it'd be one thing if we was making a substantial amount of money working for these other companies, and be able to go off and live our best life, but for the most part, on average, people ain't making, substantial amounts of money working at these different companies unless you're high up in the company. But when you're high up in the company, the likelihood of you getting fired or, getting, your spot, removed in your position, the odds really just like increase the higher up you go. I can't tell you how many times I worked at companies where management just, becomes a rotating door, no matter what company I worked at, bro. And it's just like, like, I wouldn't even want to deal with that pressure. You know what I'm saying? Every day you don't know if when you go home, you're going to have your job when you wake up the next morning. Like, come on, bro. Like, so that's mental drain, and you still barely just make it more than, the average employee for the most part. That's not success to me, bro. That's not success, man. It's like you got that aspect, and then the fact that you have to wait 2 weeks to get paid, bro. Like, bro, we're in the 21st century. Why is it they can't pay people every week or pay people at the end of their shift, bro? You know what I'm saying? You work the hours, you should get the money. There's people right now who died prior today, bro, and they ain't even gonna get their check 2 weeks from now, bro. They ain't even get a chance to enjoy it and spend it on nothing. It's gone. It's going back to the system. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, it's just pure madness. And, in America, bro, like they've just convinced us that this is the only way, bro. And I know that right now they're trying to do some, readjusting on the times, instead of the 40-hour work week, really cut it down to a true 32-hour work week, but come on, man. We know that if they cut the hours back, right, that means that these companies, they are always trying to capitalize off everything. So essentially they're going to be like, oh, well, let's see what new task we can tack on to that person to make up for the 8 hours. So now your job has became less time, but it's more work. You feel me? And it's not your plan. It's not what you're trying to do. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you, like, I'm definitely gonna do some more podcasts about this particular topic because it's so expansive. I feel like I'm not even gonna be able to cover everything in just one go. And a lot of people, man, dealing with this, and it's like, I think this is why the majority of Americans and people that's in Western civilization seem to be a lot more stressed out, have a lot more mental challenges that they go through simply because we really don't feel free. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like success is free. It's not. But I'm just saying, people don't feel like they're getting the most out of their lives. They feel like they're just living to work. Anytime somebody has to do that, they feel like a slave, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's control. Anytime somebody control your time, your energy, your resources, that makes you a slave, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody gotta be willing to walk off that plantation. I'm telling you, man. Like I've had this, this desire to leave the 9 to 5 rat race for a long minute, man, and it's coming soon, cause I got things to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to leave a legacy behind, and I can't do that working for one of these corporations, bro. For real. So yeah, that's my podcast for today. I'm definitely gonna do another video soon, like a part 2, part 3, part 4, you know what I'm saying, and show y'all some steps, bro. Like I'm telling you, because this is a very good topic, a lot of details, to this, going forward. So yeah, I hope some of the stuff that I said resonated with some of y'all. I hope it inspired y'all to want to get off, the porch, and chase your dreams and do what you need to do, man. Because the 9 to 5 grind, bro, it just ain't it. So if you like this, not comment, but if you like this content, leave a comment, hit the like button, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. It helps the channel to grow, and I just want to be able to get as much content to y'all as possible, man. So until next time, talk to y'all. Peace.